You're on the wrong cam, you know that, right? Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Scrog School episode number 3. Thank you all so much for being here. Happy Easter, first of all. I hope you're with your family and your friends all sitting down watching this and smoking joints and stuff. That'd be great. This episode, we're talking about germination. I have germinated my seeds. We're ready to go now. Things are going to start taking off. It just takes a few days for them to get through the soil, and then everything goes from there. It happens real quick at this point. So sit back. Grab your joints, grab your bongs, your rigs, whatever you're smoking from. Get ready, the packed episode, and let's get it going. Okay, so like I said, we're talking about germination. There's so many ways to do this method, and there's no right or wrong way. That's the first thing I want to say is, like, everyone has their ways of doing things. Even growing, like scrogging isn't the way, it is our way. So there's so many ways to germinate, including like the paper towel method you can do. Sometimes people just pop it right into the soil. But there's so many methods. So here's a few glimpses of like a few different ways I've done it throughout the seasons of Scrog School. So this one is just like drop it in the water, wait till they sink down to the bottom, empty the water, and basically put them in the paper towel method. That's what this one's called. Then some growers just put them right into the soil, which is fine too, right? As long as you keep your moisture set and your humidity at the right level. That's the key steps right there, is humidity and heat. Seedlings, when I'm trying to pop seeds and germinate, I'm aiming for like around 78 degrees Fahrenheit up to maybe 80. That's where I'm aiming for, 78 to 80 degrees. That's where I want to be. Humidity wise, I want to be as much humidity as I can. I want it to be soaked, especially when you get into seedlings, because the seedlings, they actually take in from their leaves right at the beginning. So like you just spray water right on them, and they love that. They'll suck that up in their leaves, and that's what's going to feed the roots, basically. So yeah, definitely humidity and heat is going to be your key factor for germinating. This time, we did a little bit of a different method. I went with a company called Can. This is a pretty sweet little unit, actually, and it's probably going to be the way that I germinate seeds from now on. What else can we talk about here before I play this video? Let's just skip to that video, Ali, of that germinating video. All right, so let's germinate some seeds. To this lineup for season number 4, we're also adding some Humboldt Nutter Butter, some Atlas Seeds GMO Bomb, some 420 Fast Buds Gorilla Cookies, and this is the Seedsman Tangerine Snow F1 Fast Flowering Strain. 3 times for my family dog, cause this shit done paid our bills, and I get 4 times my net worth from a year ago. Okay, so this season we're gonna try a different product for our germinating process. I'm gonna use something called the Can. This thing looks kind of new. I saw it online on a few channels. First time was on High-Agains, and I'm just interested in trying it. So let's unbox it here. Okay, so here we go. I got all the products that I need laid on the table right here. I got the Can itself. I got a nice little heat mat, a cloth. This cloth is going to go on top of the heat mat eventually, where I set the Can on top. It acts as like an insulator, because if I just put the Can right on the heat mat, it might get too hot and it'll kill my seedlings. So that's going to help that way. We have the instructions here. I already read them. I suggest that you do the same. Also, it comes with this cool little labeling mat. So you can label all your seeds. For example, I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got my Fast Buds, Atlas Seeds, Humboldt, my Seedsman. So let's get into it. First steps, you want to open it up, take out the strainer, and it comes with a couple replacement filters. Just want to take them out, put them aside. And then you're going to want to fill water up to the first notch, which is in the instruction that tells you how deep to put water in. So right now I'm just using filtered water. Okay, so I'm going to fill up right to the first mark right there. Done. Set that aside. Now I'm going to put all my seeds in each number. There's little numbers on the side here that tell you like 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's kind of cool just to keep it all organized. I really like that. So like I said, I'm going to put 3 seeds of each. So my number 1 is the fast buds. This is Gorilla Cookies. Perfect, comes with 3. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so look for the number 1, which is right here. 3 seeds. Number 2, Atlas seeds. Okay, number 2. 3. It also comes with these cool little tweezers that were hidden in the bag, but these are perfect for like picking up the seeds. But I'll use them more when it comes to germinating time and I'm picking up the seeds after they germinated. Also, you use this, I guess, that poke them so they sink in the water after 24 hours or so. Okay, so we got the Atlas seeds. Let's keep going. Humboldt now. Okay, so that's 3. All right, last one. The Tangerine Snow Seedsman Genetics. Let's get 3 out. Sweet. All right. Now, all you want to do is just look for these little notches on each side that tells you how to set this strainer tray into the bottom tray. So because these notches are shorter, right? You can see the little shortness on that side compared to this one goes all the way through. This notch goes right through. That notch stops. So you just look at the same thing. There's marks on each side of this, so you just set it in there. Then you let it float and it sinks by itself. It'll just go down. That's what the instructions say. So we're gonna let it just sink down there. The heat mat's already getting warm. If I was to put pressure on this, the water would probably spill out all the sides and stuff. So that's why they suggest just let it float down and sink by itself. Because yeah, I don't want to like make a mess. But this is pretty cool. So I'm gonna, once this thing goes all the way down to the bottom, I'm gonna let it sit in there for 24 hours, 18 to 24 hours. I'm gonna open it back up, and I'm gonna, any seeds that are floating, I'm just gonna tap the seeds that are floating down into the water. A lot of the seeds are actually gonna be sunk to the bottom already. And what that means is that the seed has opened up and it filled up with water and it's ready to germinate. Okay guys, so you can see that now all my seeds are floating at the top. The strainer tray has sunk down to the bottom, and now I'm going to put my lid on. I'm going to leave the lid on for say about 18 to 24 hours. I'm going to set them right down on the heat mat, which has a cloth so it doesn't get too hot, just gets nice and warm. And it's cool because I don't got to put this in the dark because it's already dark. So I can just leave it sitting right here. I'll come back to it and we'll check those out in 24 hours from now. Okay, so it's been about 15 hours since I put these in the can. I also added a couple seeds to it that I got in the mail this morning. So let's open it up and take a look at how everything is going inside. Okay, wow, everything has sunk to the bottom. Even the seeds that I put in this morning, and a lot of them are already, I can see tap roots on like a lot of them, almost all of them. Even the ones I put in this morning, that's pretty crazy. Okay, so let's just take this out, because now I gotta take out most of the water that's in here. Alright, just set that right in the lid. Now I gotta dump out some water. So now after the seeds germinate in this much water for, like, I'd say 15 hours, maybe 10 hours, it happened pretty fast. You gotta take out some water. You gotta take out some water down to there's like another little level that shows like another line that you gotta go down to. So let's just dump it here. Alright, that's pretty much bang on. That looks good. Heat map. Alright. Okay. Yeah, everything's just about ready in here. Okay, so I'm going to set it back in place, close the lid, and leave it for another however long it takes. I'll just keep on checking on them. I'll come back in tomorrow morning. I bet you I'll be ready to start putting my seeds in solo cups and bud cups. The pack that I added this morning that I got in the mail is called Sour Brie Mix 3N Triploids from a company called Trilogene Seeds. So I'm excited to run those triploids. They look amazing in the pictures. Okay, so it's been a few days now since I put the seeds in the can, and they have definitely sprouted. I've already transplanted a few of them into the bud cups already, but I'm going to show you guys how things have turned out in the last few days, and I'm also going to do a quick little transplant to put a seedling in a solo cup just to show you how easy it is. So for this run, we will be using the Pro Mix HP, and we'll also be using the Athena nutrients. So first what I did was I just went and added a little bit of water to this bag just to get the soil a little bit moist. I don't want the soil to be super wet, but I do want it to be a little bit damp, okay? I don't want it soap. So then we just grab one of our bud cups, take a little shovel here, and I'm going to add just over half. Okay, I'm not gonna pack it down. I'm gonna go like right about 3/4, right about here. Okay, I'll tell you why I do that in a little bit. So first we put in like 3/4 of the cup full of our medium. Alright, let's now open up the can and see what it has done in a few hours here. Okay, sweet. As you can see, there's lots of taproots in there. Every single seed. So we planted 15 seeds, and I see a taproot in 14 of them. So that's pretty good. Okay, make sure you mark it. I'm not even gonna, I might make a tiny little, we're gonna make like a tiny little dent in the soil, nothing major. I'm gonna grab this seedling. Good. All right. Down. Let's do this number 1. Okay, so again, we're only going like just over 3/4 full with our cups, because eventually that seedling is going to stretch up through this cup, and once it stretches up above the cup, I can backfill and put in more soil to support it better. Seedlings always stretch, So I find that if you fill your cup up to the very top and then plant your seedling's going to come out and it's just going to flop over eventually. But if you keep your medium low, and then as it comes up, you top the medium, you fill it up, you're going to protect it, and it's going to be more secure. So let's go with this number 1, which is Fast Buds Gorilla Cookies. Put the white taproot facing down. Cover it with a little bit of soil. Not a lot, just a little bit on top. And then I use a turkey baser. Collect a little bit of water. And I just apply some water right where I put the seed. Not a lot, just right where I put the seedling. Just get it kind of wet right in that area, a few drips. And that's it. That's it right there. So that was my Fast Buds Gorilla Cookies. Okay, sweet. Sorry guys. I was about to say, what a sweet video on germinating, but really that was really choppy. I apologize for the quality on that. The quality's there, it's my internet. Something's going on right now with the internet. And the thing about going live is I can't control that stuff, right? There's always something that happens when you're live. You just got to work through it and get through it. And that's the main thing, is just keep on going, right? So that was a successful run for me germinating those seeds, actually. And you know what? I think that's going to be my preferred method going forward, just because it's so easy. Like, it's so easy. And when I see like any kind of roots coming out of the shell, like I don't wait for that root to get like half an inch thick or long or a quarter inch long. I wait till it's just like, if I see a little white root poking out of the seed, I'll plant that. Like that seed is plantable to me. Even a seed that doesn't, like, I can plant a seed right in the soil. There's no right or wrong way. Like I said at the beginning of this video, it's just what you prefer. There's a preference. And I kind of think I prefer that way for now on. It was, like I said, it was so easy. And actually, I still have seeds in it germinating just because it was really fun. And I'm just going to keep on trying a few of them. Like those triploids that I had, they were a day late from all the other ones. So I'll probably be transplanting them today. I just transplanted everything yesterday. So nothing's really popping through my systems yet. It's all just, or through my bud cups. Like I do have a few little heads popping through. I have a system set up over here. If Ali wants to go over to the cell phone cam for a second, I have some seedlings also on this tray. And this is the new light we have for Scrog School Season 3. This is the Grandmaster LED called the, what is it? It's the, I'm looking at it, Borg Revolution. It's the Tarantula Borg Revolution. This thing is, it's badass, but it's tricky. You got to learn it. This isn't just like a light that you just plug in and go with it. You got to plug it in and do a little bit of learning. I can control so much with this light. There's reds, there's blues. I can do an HPS. I can, like, everything. There's so many spectrums that I can control with this light that I can create my own spectrum if I want. I can modify the light. I can turn on. Like, I don't want to test it out too much, but I have options to do whatever I want on here. So we can turn on. There's the HPS. Okay, we turn off the HPS. We have reds. Far red is right here. That's the far red. So really, like, I can add different percentages of everything that I want. So right now, I'm just on the lowest setting of the cool blue. So I turn it on and just, I go, it's under like 10%. Like I have nothing on these things. I'm running at like 67 watts on this light right now. So that's pretty sweet. Eventually, in a couple of days, probably when these all sprout, and maybe in like, I'd say like 4 or 5 days, I'm going to introduce a little bit of red light to this. So I'm going to have the whites, the blues, and a little bit of red light. So that's kind of sweet. These ones here, I have at least 3 of my seeds that popped through the soil, so they're going to be pretty much ready. I already see the small leaves that start to open up on them. So I'll be giving a bunch of these away for people around here for the season, and I'm going to keep the top 6 or 7, and I'm going to scrog them out all in this room. So this is going to be a scrog frame here, a scrog frame over there. We have 6 scrog frames in this room. So I'll be doing living soil scrog frames, and we're also going to be doing Athena with ProMix. We're going to be doing a giveaway today for ProMix, or not ProMix, sorry, for Athena. So what you need to do is comment in the section, leave a comment saying Athena. And what Athena is going to give away today is what I'll be using this season as well. And it is a Pro Mix Kit. So this thing's pretty awesome, actually. This stuff comes with a bunch of bottles and pre-packs that you need to load up. So what you would do is you would get your own RO water, and then you empty the pouches. Empty the pouches. It's awesome. There's no math into it. You just empty the full pouch right into your oh my god, like I'm so struck bottle. Okay, I shouldn't have smoked so many dabs for the episode. I still gotta smoke some dabs with you guys right now. That reminds me, in the live comments right now, if you have a question about scrogging of any sort, any kind of scrogging question, leave it right now in the comment section as titles. And then Ali or whoever can like control the comments, you guys can just star that for me. Then I can go through them and answer some questions here in a couple minutes. But I just want to go over this. So with the Pro Mix, you just empty the contents of what you get in the pouches that are in the boxes into this bottle, right? Then you fill the bottle with RO water and just shake the shit out of it. You mix it up real good, and then that's your run right there. And then whenever you need it, you just order refill pouches. And the refill pouches just come in boxes like this right here. So a refill pouch will just come into a nice little box. This is the Bloom refill pouches. So I'll just dump the whole pouch right into that bottle again, shake it up, and there I go. This way saves a lot on shipping, but we're going to see how everything runs during the Scrog School season. So I'm going to run some blended line right beside this, the Pro line. There's 2 lines. There's a blended and a Pro. So we're going to run them both right side by side. What else? Seedling sage. What am I doing right now with this tray? Right now, all I do is I come in this room and I'll grab my sprayer bottle right here. I'll grab my spray bottle and I just open up the lid. Okay, I just lift the lid. I'll just spray in here. Spray the top of the lid, spray the inside the lid. That's it, right? I'm not gonna do a lot because I've done it already. I'm just showing you guys what you do. But not everyone has this awesome AC Infinity sprayer, right? So you can also just use a normal squirt bottle, spray bottle that you have. Just make sure you wash it, clean it really good. But yeah, you can just use this normal squirt spray bottle. You just want to spray the lids. Spray the lids so the lids just get like almost like a humidity dome effect. And it's all just going to drop on there real nice. Also, I'm using the AC Infinity humidifier. You probably see this thing pumping in here. It's just keeping my room. Right now, the humidity in this room is 64% in the room. So really, I don't need to have these domes so much right now. But for this stage of seedlings, when they're just like in the soil still, it's really nice to be really warm and really warm and humid. Right now, my temperatures in this room, they do fluctuate a little bit because this is a big space. So before my heater comes on, it might drop a little bit more below the temperature that I want these little tiny little seeds to be before the heat kicks back on. And then it heats it right up and then the temperature comes down. But when they're in this little case and that little dome right there, the humidity and the temperature is trapped in there. So it's so easy to control. Right now I'm running these lights at 24/7 for each dome. Obviously they're running at 24/7 just until they start growing really nice. You don't have to. You can do an 18/6 schedule, but I've always done 24/7 with my seeds like this, just until they take off, and then I start doing the 18/6 light schedule. All right, so like I mentioned to everybody, type in Athena in the live comment section for your chance to win on that giveaway. And make sure that you're answering questions or typing questions in capital letters so we can see them. I'm going to go answer some questions. I'm going to smoke a few dabs with you guys. You're probably like, I don't think he needs any more, but yeah, we're gonna do that too. I also want to show you my cover crop from last week. Remember, we planted the cover crop in the living soil beds, so we can go over that real quick and just see how that's all coming along. And it's starting to take off like I knew it would. The cover crop grows in so thick so fast. I drop my lights right on top of them. Like my two Evo 6s are actually sitting really low on the cover crop right now. And they're dialed down. I only have them at 1%. So they have a 10 settings. I have it on 1 and dropped right down. So I don't want them to stretch a lot. I want it just to be nice and low of a cover crop. Like I will defoliate it. I defoliate a lot throughout the season. Do a lot of defoliation with my cover crop actually, because the cover crop starts growing real thick until my scrog starts to fill in. And once my scrog fills in, like fills in and stuff and starts to cover, like starts to really cover the under the cover crop. Sorry, I just got confused. I looked at a camera there. But yeah, so once this all starts to fill in and my scrog comes up and I start tucking my branches and they start covering the cover crop kind of dies off a little bit, obviously, because it's in the shade, completely 100% in the shade. So that's all coming along. Like I said, when I plant the plants in there, I'll clear a nice circle in there and I'll make sure that my plant that I want to harvest, which would be the cannabis plant, I'll make sure that it is the tallest plant in the whole living soil bed. Always going to be the dominant one. So I'll keep my cover crop trimmed always below that plant. What else? We have a few giveaways. The AC Infinity giveaway is not ACI. So if you're typing that in the comment section, it's not going to work for you. You're just wasting your time typing it in there. I have a different code for that one this time, but we're going to do the Athena one first. So that's Athena in the comment section. Nice. We see some questions coming up under the star. That's pretty sweet, guys. What kind of heater are you running? That's a great question. I'll show you what kind of heater I'm running right now. I'm just going to position a camera if anyone wants to go to it. The Sony cam. That's our heater right there that we're running. So it's just a big garage heater, right? Okay, and then I pan over to, this is right here. This is the dehumidifier that we're running. So that's the Andin dehumidifier. I think it's a 90 liter per hour. So that means it pumps out, it can suck in 90 liters of water per hour. I'm not going to be using that much because I'm lucky that right now I'm growing when I want the humidity in here. For veg, I'm going to want the humidity. And then once I'm getting to flower stage, it's going to probably start getting kind of colder outside with like not that much humidity. So I might even still need humidity. So I might not even use that much this run, but we will always see. If we keep on panning, up here is just a studio light. That's actually a Rayon veg light, a Rayon 400. I just use as like a light if you guys can see me better. But I have a nice 10-inch AC Infinity exhaust fan that's sucking out all the heat. Oh, I lost my connection here. Sorry, guys. There, it should be back. It should be back on. Let's see. Did it come back, Ali, or no? Oh, yeah. Yeah, so that AC Infinity fan just... back on. Okay, so we're good. My check 1, 2. Oh, you got me? Okay, sweet. Sorry, guys. So yeah, so that exhaust fan that you see is sucking out humidity out of this thing like crazy during certain times, right? Like if my room gets too hot here, that fan sucks out humidity. Oh, it's all right. This fan right here that you see, that's a big, nice AC infinity exhaust fan. That fan's perfect because what happens is when my furnace turns on, that you guys just seen the big furnace right there. When that furnace turns on, the heater. Okay, so when that thing turns on, it gets super hot up on the ceiling, right? So using my AC Infinity controller from the UIS system, I can make that fan come on automatically when that ceiling hits like 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So as soon as it gets hot up in that level, because that's where all the heat goes, the heat just rises and sits up there. So I turn that fan on as soon as it hits 80 degrees Fahrenheit. That fan comes on and pushes all that hot air and pushes it down into my grow space, right into the back wall, right? Before I installed that fan, like I would sometimes go up on a ladder and my head would be like, holy shit, it's like a sauna up here. And then I was like, oh my God, if I hung a fan there and controlled it with the ACI controller, I could set it so it comes on at 80 degrees Fahrenheit and it turns off at like whatever, like at 70. So it just comes on and off with the heat, which is perfect. It gets all the heat off the ceiling, which is what I'm aiming for. So let's do the Athena giveaway. Hopefully you guys all tagged Athena, or just not tagged it, but just wrote Athena in the comment section. And let's do this. You're gonna be getting a pro kit, which is awesome. I've used Athena before, and it's pretty sweet shit. Sparky, oh, Menendez. Congratulations. I need you to email me at northernscrogger@gmail.com to claim your prize. I also need you to take a screenshot of your main page on your YouTube account, like your main page, right? Just take a screenshot of that and then send me an email at northernscrogger@gmail.com. That's awesome. I'm gonna need some shipping information, also your size, like your shirt size. Oh, and yeah, that's what you're getting is the mix kit, pro mix kit, which is sweet. All right, let's answer a few questions here. What's the seed raising kit called? That kit that I use for today is the can. I don't have it in here. It's actually in there in use right now. But yeah, that's the can. CANNAKAN. What was the type of twine you use to make your scrog nets? Okay, so the type of twine that I use masonry twine, but you can use any kind of twine. You can use like hemp twine. You can use they even make plastic twine, like grain plasticky kind of twine. But I wouldn't recommend those kind just because they fray apart a lot. So like when it frays and you have a cola growing through it, it might catch that. The cola might catch it, and that fray might grow into your bud. Then as the bud grows, it'll pull that with it. So then it just doesn't look good. And especially you don't want to smoke that shit either, unless it's hemp. If it's hemp, you can probably smoke it, but still you don't want to be taking pictures and have a bunch of hemp hairs all over through your buds. So I use masonry twine. Some masonry twines are really nice because they have like a little thin wax coating on it. And those are the real nice ones to find. If you can find masonry twine with a nice little thin wax coating, that's the cat's ass right there. So yeah, that's what we use for that. Have you tried growing 4-leaf clover as a cover? I am growing clover. I have clover in there, and I search for 4-leaf clovers all the time, and I haven't found one yet. I don't think. Maybe I have found one, but yeah, no, I grow clover in my cover crop. I didn't know 4-leaf clovers are like its own separate clover though. I thought like sometimes you might be lucky and find the 4-leaf clover if you're lucky, right? I didn't know there's like a thing to plant 4 leaves versus 3-leaf clovers. I have lots of 3-leaf clovers. Who has the better genetics, Humboldt, Seedco, or Seedsman? I have no idea. This is gonna be my first time growing Humboldt genetics, and that is the Nutter Butter that I'm growing this season. I've never grown it before other than that. I've grown some pretty decent Seedsman strains, that's for sure. I think Seedsman is actually getting better every time. But at the same time, Humboldt and Seedsman are totally different. They're not the same kind of company. They don't even do the same kind of shit. Like it's just a little bit different. Like Seedsman's a huge seed bank. They do have their own strains and they're doing a lot of testing. But Humboldt's like Like they just sell their own stuff, and they're their own game, right? They're in it for them kind of thing. So which is fine. Like that's what all seed companies are like. Seedsman's just a seed bank. So I wouldn't look at Seedsman as in like Seedsman's just their own genetics. No, Seedsman sells everything. So Seedsman sells the Humboldt stuff. Seedsman sells the Atlas seeds. Everything that I'm growing, Seedsman sells. So the sour brie mix, the triploids that I'm growing from Trilogene Seeds, that they are sold at Seedsman, and they look fucking amazing. I really like. I was gonna jump on the train from the Humboldt triploid, everyone growing that, but you know what? I want to be a little bit different. I want to grow a different triploid because there's so many triploids out there. So I'm trying the brie mix, the sour brie mix. So let's check that out and see how it runs. I'm probably gonna grow that right here underneath the Tarantula Borg. That's the light here from Grandmaster LED. I got like tongue twisted on the word tarantula at the beginning. It was so fucked I couldn't even say tarantula. But yeah, this is the Tarantula Borg. This is the evolution. They make two different ones. They make an evolution and they just make the original Tarantula Borg. But they both do the same thing. And this light right here is like, this is a game changer, I think. Like I'm going to learn a lot about spectrums and trying to find my own spectrum, and this white light that's on it right now is like a beautiful, nice white light, just like the rayon veg light. So like I can tell that it's like, because this rayon light is only made for vegetation growth, and like when I turn the white lights on this thing, I can tell that it's made for vegetation growth. I'm not a light expert at all. Like I'm not a light expert at all. I can tell a good product when I feel it and see it, and this is definitely a good product. And I'm excited to use it. I just gotta figure out the controller, man. The controller is made for people that are really smart. So do you know what? Like that's not me. No, I'm smart in my own ways. But that controller, I gotta learn a lot. I gotta figure it out. I gotta read. There's not lots of information online for me to go and like study and stuff. Like that's what I normally do. If I need to figure something out, I go to like YouTube. How do you learn how to scrog? I go to YouTube and type in like Scrog School. You fucking learn how to scrog. So right now I type in like all the Grandmaster ID stuff, and this light's so new, the controller's new, everything's new, so it's just not on there yet. So like really, maybe I'll be the first one to start like putting that stuff out there eventually. There's a few guys there do it. Like there's a guy called Spartan Growing. He's awesome. You guys probably know who he is. He does it. He has one of these lights. But yeah, it gets tricky. I want to show you guys some hash that I mixed. Oh, I just left the wrong camera for a long time. Some hash that I mixed today. It's nice, eh? This is the Gelato 41BX from Seedsman Genetic. That is in our Growers Gauntlet, but Mr. Grow It is one of his strains for the Growers Gauntlet. I was actually going to pick it for the Growers Gauntlet. And then I read all the strains and like he actually picked this one. I'm like, no way. As if he picked that strain. Fuck, that's crazy. So we're going to do a dab with you guys. Get her in there. Okay, so how many plants do you recommend in a 2x2 scrog? Okay, so we got a question. Let's start naming people who answer these questions. Cody. No, that's not Cody. I'll answer your question next, Cody. Sorry, man. Unstoppable 805. How many plants for a 2x2 scrog? One plant, 100%, man. Just one plant. Think of it. A 2x2 scrog. If you look at my past grows, I'm growing in like 4x4s and stuff, and I'm doing one plant. I'm not doing like 2 plants, 3 plants. I'm doing one plant in a 4x4 under a 2-month veg time. And I'd normally fill my screens up pretty damn close. I like some of them, they fill up like this one right here. Like last season, I grew a plant that was over a pound, like one plant over a pound under 2-month veg from a seed. I had a plant that was over a pound, and it was in the living soil bed right here. And if you get 2 plants under a 2x2 screen, it's just way too many. Everything's going to become too much of a mess under there. Your plants are going to start probably suffocating, and then might get powdery mildew on there because there's too much growth that's growing in together. Trust me, you won't like it. But you know what, guys? If you want to get in on a swag box from AC Infinity, because that's our giveaway for this episode, is a swag box. You need to write swag box in the comment section right now. Swag. Yeah, sorry, not swag box. You got to write swag in the comment section right now. Swag. And then we'll run that in a few minutes here. These swag boxes, though, are actually pretty nice. You're going to like it a lot. So, yeah, good luck, everybody. And that's from AC Infinity. So thank you so much, AC Infinity, for doing that for us and hooking it up. We appreciate it. All right, what else do we got here? We're going to do a few questions here. Is a rubber trellis better than twine? Okay, so when you say a rubber trellis, I'm going to assume that you're talking about the bungee cord trellis, right? The kind that you use as a bungee cord that kind of fills your screen. No, man, I don't recommend that at all. I'll give you a few reasons why. Because the bungee, like, I know like a few people sell it, so that's why I shouldn't be saying this, but I don't recommend it, man. I recommend your own screen. Build your own screens, just because the ease of harvesting. That's number one. Harvesting your plants in the end, when you're like using the type that I'm going to teach you how to use your screen, you just cut two sides, pull the screen out, done. It's so easy, especially if you tuck your plants. If you only tuck your plants, then this method is going to work great for you. But if you start weaving your branches through the screen, what I'm teaching right now is probably not going to help you that much, because it's going to become like, it's going to get all caught up in there, right? You're going to be trying to pull it all through nodes and stuff. But if you keep on tucking and tucking only under the adjacent hole, then you're going to successfully fill this scrog frame out. And you only got to cut two sides of the scrog screen and then pull those two sides out. They slide right out, and then your plant just kind of sits there like a mushroom. It doesn't fall over. It just actually sits there. It's really awesome. Then you just cut the base. You hold it with one hand at the bottom, cut the base, and then it just comes out like a shield. That's how your plant will come out. But if you do it with like the bungee cords, then you need to like, you can't harvest by pulling the bungee cords out, because they're usually attached to each other. And plus, you paid money for that kind of a setup. And so you don't want to cut it with scissors, right? Because you want to reuse it eventually. So now you're stuck rustling the buds out of the bungee cord. So you're going to be cutting flowers here, cutting branches, pulling that bud out, passing on, which is fine, because you're probably going to cut the plant up anyway to dry it. But it just makes it that much more of a hassle for you to sit there and at harvest time and work it like that. Also, most bungee cord scrog screens don't have 3-inch hole spacing. Most of them are usually 4-inch. They start at 4-inch and they go to probably around 6-inch. Those sizes are too big for me, so I don't use them just on that purpose as well. Like, I'm not going to use a scrog screen that's 4 inches hole spacing. That's just not really what I want. And the way that I build my scrog screens is like, I can grab a piece of twine and then kind of slide that twine over to me to catch a branch. And then that branch will hold that twine and it'll come up through. So if like this branch is just about to make it, but it's just not there unless I kind of pull the twine over and help it out a little bit, then that works great for me. I move my twine around a lot on the screen, and I just like move the branches and I just slide that twine and grab it. It makes a lot of sense. But when I do it with the bungee cord stuff, I haven't. But if you do it with bungee cord stuff, you can't, because you can't slide the bungee cord stuff over, because it's like it's in its own little permanent setting. You can't slide it, you can't move it. It's just the way it is. So that's my take on those two screen selections. Yeah, do you know what, guys? Since I've already done my germinating and stuff, I might as well show you this system right here. Show the unboxing, and hopefully it works. I just hope if it's all sketchy and it's all like really patchy, that I might not continue playing the whole video, because obviously I'm having like internet issues today. But yeah, let's play it. So since we're in the germinating phase, we might as well get ready and set up this propagation system from AC Infinity. You could just have it like this and be done with it. You can start your seedlings, you put your lights on, and you're done. But I'm gonna put solo cups in, so I need that extra, whatever this is, like 3 or 4 inches that gives you. So I'm gonna put the extension together really quick here. So let's see how that process goes. So obviously that's gonna be my bottom with this lip, bottom lip. So it's gonna be the two bottoms. 2 sides. Alright, it looks super simple. So let's just get it done. So in the bag with your screws, you got some nice screws, and then you got wing nuts. So like I said, I'm not going to be using the seedling trays this round. So I'm gonna set them aside for next time. I'm gonna be using the solo cups. So when I put a solo cup in there, I want the extension on there. And then with the extension, I also use the lid. Gives me some more height off my solo cup. How sweet is that? Okay, so then you got your 2 lights. The lights hook in to each other. And they sit. There's actually little spots where your lights sit right into. It's real nice. So your lights just sitting there. And then you hook it up to your nice little driver that you have. Sweet. The lights are nice. You can have 10 settings on them, so you can dim it down or turn up the intensity where you want it. I used one of these before already, and I know for this round that I'm going to have my lights dialed up. I'm going to start my lights right off around 6 or even 7, right off the hop. Because last time I started them around like 1 or 2, and my seedlings stretched really quick to the light. I want to slow that down now, so I'm going to put a little bit more light to them and see if I can slow that down a bit. Whole bunch of windows here to open up and let the humidity out or keep the humidity in. It also helps you get the heat out if it's too hot in there. These are vents. So yeah, there you go. That is the AC Infinity propagation system. Yeah, so that is a pretty sweet system. I've used it. This is my 2nd time using this thing. And like I said, you just got to watch like the stretch of your seedlings because they want to grow fast to that light. So right now I turned on at number 3. I didn't go higher than that. I went 3 at first. I'm going to leave it at 3. And then I'm just going to judge it once they start popping through. I have a few popping through, but tomorrow I think I'll see a lot more coming through. And then I'll judge the speed of the little stem coming up, right? And they'll tell me if I want to raise my light setting or not. They won't be in there long because this room, like I said, is dialed in. I'm sitting at 63% humidity right now. My temperature is at 81 degrees Fahrenheit in here. So it's hot. It's hot and humid where I am right now in this room. But that's perfect for seedlings. So I'm just going to let them come above the soil a little bit. Then I'm going to take off these humidity domes and let them get the natural air, the natural environment, let the wind hit them a little bit. The wind is going to help them get strong and sturdy. But right now they just need to pop and get out of the soil. So let's go see if we have a couple questions. You know, we're going to run this giveaway in about 1 minute. Swag in the comments right now. If you have a question, make sure you put it in capital letters. I'm going to go down to the one that I missed. If I can find Cody. What's up, Cody? How's it going, man? What is the best route to scrog in a 3x3 tent for a new grower? What's the best route? Well, the best route to scrog in a tent in a 3x3, the best route is I'm not gonna guess what you're saying. I'm just gonna, because like, for example, route, like I don't know exactly what you mean, but I'm just gonna say what I think you mean. The best route, what you should do in a 3x3 tent is put your plant right in the center of your screen in your 3x3 tent. Grow one plant. Scrog it out for like, but what you're going to do first is you're going to do what I'm doing. I'm about to teach you. You're going to do early training on your plants here in a couple of weeks from now. We're going to be doing early training on our plants. That's the first thing you do. And then you're going to keep on doing that. You're going to keep on training your plants for the first month. Keep tying down the branches. Keep exposing the inner of your plant to the light to create those branches to come up now. Once those inner branches start becoming their own dominant branches, the plant gets confused on which was the top. Basically, that's what kind of happens here. And like when I finish a scrog out, you can't even tell where the top cola is unless you go underneath my screen and then follow the stem up and you're like, okay, there's the top of the plant. But if you're looking from above, you don't know what the top cola is. So just train your one plant for 1 month, like what I'm about to do. And I'm going to show you here. I have 4x4 screens. I'm going to do one plant. And most people veg for like 6-7 weeks anyways, especially from a seed, because this is going to take me like a week and a half to get these seeds kind of given her, you know what I mean? Like yeah, they're gonna pop up, but they gotta be in the solo cups for at least a week or so, and then I can transplant them, and then they're gonna grow in the transplant. That's when I'm gonna start my training, early training, and then I'm gonna put my screens on after a month. I put my screens on, and then I'll untie everything from my bud pots because I'm gonna be using bud huggers to pull the branches down so I can keep them all low, right? Once I put my screen on, I take all the bud huggers off, which is the bud huggers are these right here. If you're confused, they're just the rubber ties. So I'll be using these to tie on the sides of my pot, pulling my branches down. As soon as I put my screen on, all of these come off. And then my branches just hit the screen. They're like, oh shit, what do I do now? I just hit a screen. And then Troy comes in and I just keep on tucking. I come in every day and I just keep tucking branches. Sometimes you don't even have to tuck. Like it all depends. Sometimes the plants don't grow that much in a day, and then sometimes they take off like 5 inches on you. You're like, holy shit! And then one day it's just plants are always different, right? Just like humans, like we're not always the same every single day. So let's do it, Ali. Swag giveaway. Good luck, everybody. We got high again coming on in 8 minutes. I didn't want to cut in too much time, so we'll get these last few giveaways handled really quickly here. So, Kyle, man, congratulations. You need to email AC Infinity or giveaways at acinfinity.com. Giveaways at acinfinity.com to claim your prize. That's a sweet swag box from AC Infinity, man. So, congratulations on that. Thanks for coming into Scrog School today. I really appreciate it. And once again, guys, I apologize about the sketchy little quality we have tonight. Like I said, you can't control that. It's the internet, and there's nothing I can do. It happens, right? And yeah, we're doing seedsman. So comment the seedsman, and then comment seedsman live. We have 2 quick back-to-back seedsman giveaways. We're gonna run these before 7:56, and right now it's 7:53. So you gotta get your comments in seedsman right now, because at 7:56 we're running that giveaway, which is sweet. So yeah, for next episode, guys, I'm gonna be pretty much talking about, like, I'm gonna see where the seeds are. I'll be able to show you the roots because I'm using the bud cups. So the bud cups allows you to kind of like show the plant. So maybe we'll get that far. If they're not growing that much, I'm not going to jeopardize disturbing the root system that early. But if my plant takes off, then it starts growing leaves and stuff, then yeah, I can get there. A lot changes in a week. A lot can happen in 1 week. Trust me. Once we start getting Scrog School, it starts getting like episodes 5 and 6, 7. Like I said, the first episodes like 6 and 7 and 8, 9. That's when like the real shit happens. The real training. I won't be doing much pre-recorded videos some days. It'll be like, I'll come in here, I'm gonna tuck a plant for you. I'm gonna show you how to tuck this whole plant under 4x4. Like it's gonna be that kind of thing. Or I'm gonna feed my plants. I'm gonna show you how I mix my nutrients, how I check the pH, the PM, do the runoff test, do all that kind of stuff, right? All that's gonna start happening. But we're just at the stage of seedlings. So Troy's just in here shooting the shit and just trying to get everything dialed in for Scrog School. So we have it all, like all the cameras situated and everything like that working out. That's the main thing right now. And smoking dabs, that's pretty important too. So let's do another one of them. Answer another question here. All right, so seedsmen, we're gonna give one right now. We got 2 to do. Let's do one right now, back to back. Senior CWICL, congratulations. You need to email me at northernscrogger@gmail.com. Take a picture of just a screenshot of your YouTube main profile. And congratulations on the win. I appreciate you once again joining Scrog School and everyone being here. Like, that's awesome that we have some giveaways. Like, I don't want to make it like a huge, like, I don't want this to become like a big giveaway show, obviously, because it's not going to be. But it's really nice to have the sponsors pitching in and doing it. So, like, the sponsors want to do giveaways, I'm up for it, and that's amazing. But like I said, once the season really kicks off, we're going to be working a lot on plants. So what pot size do I recommend for a 3x3 Scrog tent? Pot size. Well, that all depends on what you plan on vegging for, right? So man, you know what? Like, I've been growing in like 5 and 7 gallon fabric pots for a long time. This run, I'm going to jump down to 3 gallon pots. And I'm going to still do my 2-month veg, or like just around 2 months, right? But I'm going to do like 3 gallon fabric pots. But I'm also doing these. These are bags. Right here, this thing right here. This is actually like a pot in the bag. There's little lines that are on it, right here. There's like little lines that you tear off. You just go, and they rip off. And then once you rip those off, it ends up looking like this. Like a little pot. Okay, so this is a 7 gallon pot. So I'll be growing in a couple of these this time. So with that being said, these don't have holes like my bud trainer pots, the bud pots. So I'm gonna have to like put my own holes in this side. I might even trim this down because you can see the soil levels way down here. I'm gonna trim this down a little bit, put my own holes in when I want to train my plants. But yeah, so we're growing in these two. Thanks, Ellie. Okay, season giveaway, next one. Let's do it. Man, I love that name. Cam Troy. That's like almost a coincidence. It's like I'm on a cam and my name's Troy. Cam Troy, what's up, yo? Congratulations, man. You need to email me at northernscrogger@gmail.com to claim your prize. Awesome name, by the way. That's kind of cool. What a coincidence. Oh yeah, do you know what? There's one more giveaway, guys. But this one is, you gotta leave a comment after the episode. AC Infinity's gonna give away another swag box. So you gotta leave a comment at the end of the episode. In the comment section, guys, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Be positive, be happy. You can talk about whatever you want in the comment section. Just don't be rude. Be polite. I appreciate you guys. Thank you all for being here tonight. I apologize once again about the beginning, a little bit of hiccups there with our quality of the internet, but like I said, live stuff, you can't really control it. It is what it is. See you next episode on Sunday. Until then, keep on tucking.